world's biggest online retailer is getting serious about fake products. Amazon is said to be building teams in the US and Europe to work with major brands in a bid to fight phonies. For more, we're joined by Bloomberg technology reporter Spencer Soper, who covers Amazon. Spencer, it's obviously not a unique problem to Amazon. So my initial thought was, what, only now? It's only now getting serious about counterfeits?
Yeah, it's been lingering there for a while, and a lot of the attention has been more on overseas marketplaces. For instance, Alibaba is generally the biggest marketplace named when it comes to counterfeits. But Amazon is big and growing and has a lot of spending going on, so makes it a prime target for counterfeiters.
Spencer, how difficult is it to police this? Amazon has this marketplace ingrained in its site, so you could be buying something from an Amazon warehouse, you could be buying something from Vonnie that she's manufactured and wants to sell on Amazon.com. How hard is it to police that part of the business?
Yeah, that's a great question, and the problem is the same things that Amazon wants is streamlined for legitimate sellers. They want it to be easy for sellers to get on, post their merchandise, have it as seamless as possible, and so they have to balance that with that same ease for legit sellers also makes it vulnerable for counterfeits.
Yeah, and I mean, these products that I manufacture in my spare time, according to David Spencer, I'm going to want to make sure that Amazon, doesn't try and sell similar products to the ones that I'm manufacturing. So they won't keep me as a customer on the likes of eBay, for example, if they don't give me some guarantees. Now, how do they do that? Do they put a huge amount of legal cash beside, in reserve in order for in case it should be necessary, or what? What do they do?
Well, that's what's coming. So the only legal responsibility that these marketplaces have is to have a mechanism for you as the legitimate brand owner to report fakes when they pop up, and then they have to take timely action to knock those fakes down. And so that's where this endless game of whack-a-mole occurs. And so what Amazon has said in a lawsuit is that it spends tens of millions of dollars a year on scientists and programmers trying to be a little bit more proactive and identify these things before they infiltrate the site. But it's still happening. So it's they're dedicating resources to it, but the counterfeits are still infiltrating.
You write in your piece, Spencer, that sports leagues in particular are worried about this. I'm sure that any sports league would like to be able to offer its merchandise on the world's biggest online marketplace. How big a concern is that to Amazon?
Well, that's an example of where concerns about counterfeits are inhibiting Amazon's ability to get legit products on the marketplace. And so those two organizations, Major League Baseball and NFL, we were told were examples of discussions that hit a standstill over concerns about fakes, and that those organizations want to see Amazon doing a better job of policing fakes, keeping them off the site. And a big thing here is being more proactive about it, less reactive, because right now the system in place is, oh, if you see a fake on our site, report it, we'll knock it down, we'll knock it down, we'll knock it down. That process gives counterfeiters time to stay on that site, linger, get buys before they're knocked down, and then they just pop up somewhere else. So brands want to see a more proactive approach of preventing these things from getting on in the first place, not just knocking them down afterward.